welcome to the Wavy Life. In this video, I'm going to give you my first impressions on Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles Volume 2.
Alright, cool. Look, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I filmed a good 30-minute first impressions about Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles Volume 2. But unfortunately, the audio is flipping trash. Really bad. Yeah, if you're a content creator and they tell you to get the DJI Mic 2, just understand this. The microphone is not perfect. It can be too loud. So you really gotta watch your volumes. With that said, I'm gonna do an audio commentary about why I think Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2 is actually a really good game. That's my first impressions. You can end the video there if you wanna just go. You can, feel free. But if you wanna hear a bit more in depth why I believe it's actually a fun experience, I'll tell you why right now. I'm a big fan of CyberConnect 2's games. I don't even know when they made Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, but whenever they had that come out, I was there. I was playing it. I was a young teenager. My uncle introduced me and he used to destroy me at the game, and it really ignited my competitive spirit. That was my first ever fighting game. And honestly, looking at Storm 2 from memory, is not so different from the same formula that I'm playing when I'm playing Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2. They really made a little genre for themselves with those games, and they kind of not really change anything. And that's the first thing you will notice when you do play. Can I just call it Demon Slayer the game? Yeah. When you play Demon Slayer the game, the first thing you will notice is that the game is very similar to Storm. If you ever played Storm. From the menu system to the sound effects they use, very similar. They literally lifted some assets, and that is fine. That is actually fine. So if you're looking for originality, cool. You're going to get bothered. You'll have the ick. If you don't care, it will actually just be nice to have that familiarity, to take your favorite characters from a new show, which is Demon Slayer, and bring them into a very, very, very well-oiled machine, which is the fighting game series that CyberConnect 2 have been producing on and on for years now. You get that. That's what you're getting with this game, plus some extra complexity. Actually, Demon Slayer, I feel like, is almost maybe more complex than their previous games. This feels like the most complex fighting game that they've ever made for me, and I've played a lot of their previous games. The only game I haven't really played was the first Demon Slayer game. So going from the previous games to this, it feels like a big jump in quality of gameplay. I feel like there's a lot more detail in terms of what I can and cannot do in this game. I found, CyberConnect 2 have really kind of gone into mechanics with this game, to the point of even making their combo system indicate to you whether you can continue a combo or not based on the frame data. They actually have a little circle as you're attacking people to let you know whether you can do another move or not, or how many plus frames you've got, which I thought was quite interesting. It really shows that they're actually invested in making this an actual fighting game rather than just a fun arena fighting game, you know what I'm saying, which is what they used to make. So I really like that they actually open doors for making this like a proper fighting game. By giving you more information like the actual fighting games do give you. But this is not just a fighting game. It's a true Demon Slayer anime experience. I've not completed the game yet. In fact, I've only done 2 arcs. I'm just about to touch the Swordsmith Village arc, and I've really enjoyed the story so far. It's really felt like I'm watching an anime without the issue that comes with these games oftentimes, which is slideshow story mode. I hate it. A lot of anime story games love a slideshow. They will take clips from the anime itself and just take a still frame and get a voice actor to repeat the lines, if that, and that's your experience. This is not that. This is almost feels like a one-to-one adaptation of the anime. It's not, but if it's so, everything is just animated. Generally speaking, there's actual animation, there's actual voice acting. Clips are actually like remade in CGI. Like, it's awesome. I really like that. It actually feels like I'm watching the show while playing it, and I love how because of that, you almost always feel like you're in the game rather than being treated like you're just going to a slideshow. And I actually feel like I could actually show somebody, like my wife this game, have her watch me play it, and she will actually be able to grasp the storyline of Demon Slayer. And honestly, if you've seen the anime, like, as much as the story is good, half of the season oftentimes is like a lot of big fight scenes. So actually, you're not missing much if you just play a very good fighting game, which is what this is. I'm hoping that my experience stays this way, though. Of course, I don't know what happens beyond where I'm at in the game, but from what I'm experiencing, it's really nice. And one thing I will say about the game that might annoy you guys, negative, is actually just the fact that the game doesn't have much depth when it comes to the story modes. I kind of find it charming, but actually one of the things about the story mode is you are walking around in semi-open world areas and just picking up trash on the floor. That's it. You go to point A to point B, but if you don't want to get to point B too quickly, you walk around the openish area and you pick up these little golden blobs on the floor, and they give you collectibles, whether that's like a picture to go on your player card, or like a title. I'm not actually sure 100%. Usually it's like currency and stuff that you can use to spend on characters in the game. If you run around collecting everything, that's all you're doing so far in the story mode. That's it. But my thing is this: I do find it a bit charming, because the graphics are, like, what should I say, the art style is so beautifully done that I almost want to just walk around the world of an anime that I like watching. I just like the walk itself kind of makes it kind of chill and relaxing, almost like playing, when my wife plays Animal Crossing, I see her just walking around picking, just fishing, just collecting fish. She just goes to water, collects fish, goes back inside, puts the fish away, and goes back in and gets more fish. That's all she does. And for me, playing the story mode for Demon Slayer, that's like me collecting my fish. I go into a nice little opening world, which is the level that I'm playing on the story mode. I walk around the town, I pick up some items. Tanjiro might say a piece of dialogue or something about his history within the show. You get a bit of lore, you get a bit of money, and you just continue walking until you're done and you want to go to have your next fight or your next story beat. That is the game, honestly. And if that's going to bore you, then story mode probably won't be for you. But for me, it's quite nostalgic right now. It just reminds me of playing my favorite Storm game, which was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, because it had an open environment. We could actually walk around and speak to NPCs as Naruto. And even though there wasn't that much happening in that story mode, it was just nice walking through the village, listening to the nice music, and just being part of the world. That's what I get from Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2's story mode right now. Very chill, and they spread it nicely. You have the option to not just be in that chill space. You can actually just beeline straight to the end of the game quite quickly. You could just go from point A to B, A to B, A to B, fight. You can actually just speed through it if you really want to. But if you can have a nice little, if your taste can allow for that chillness, then I think you'll enjoy that little smooth, quick story mode experience. In terms of the fighting, like I said, mechanically, I'm enjoying it. I got a lot of work to do with the game. I need to pay for online on PS5 and actually try an online match. I haven't tried that yet, so I don't know anything about the netcode, but I have been playing a lot of offline, and I've enjoyed it. In fact, I've been getting absolutely destroyed facing the computer on a harder difficulty, and that just shows me that the game is very different to Naruto Storm, because I can't transfer my skills. In that game, I've been in the top 100 in the leaderboards on at least 2 of their games. I've played and ranked up quite high levels, and so you would think that if this game really is just a copy, like people like to say, of the other game, it's not true, guys. You have some transferable skills, yes, but the mechanics are different. It's not the same game, I'm gonna be honest. And I like that. I love the support system, the fact that you can actually switch characters on the go and have them extend your combos for you. It almost reminds me more of a tag fighting game like Street Fighter X Tekken, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It gives me those kind of vibes just in a 3D space, to be honest, and I like that a lot. Honestly, those are my first impressions of the game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry about the audio on my original take. I don't want to go outside and record it for you again. I'd rather just do it on my studio mic. You know why? Because I'm a music artist and I have a really good mic at home. And I thought I'd just give you my voice in this way. I actually, with this same mic, I have a song that releases next week. It's called Nezuko. It's inspired by Demon Slayer. And I'm just been getting myself immersed in the world of Demon Slayer by just looking at all the content I can, whether it's the game or the show, been rewatching the show as well, and things like that. And specifically with my song, I actually tackle a episode that features in the game, a single, without spoiling you guys. There's a very specific episode in the Swordsmith Village arc that I basically do the hip hop lo-fi rap version.
Shower in the rain, just to feel. You've been off your game, if I'm being real. Nothing is the same when the passion's killed. You were holding on to love until it wasn't real.
So if you like the sound of that, please do support me by checking the link in the description and choosing to either purchase the song for £1 or stream it on Spotify. Up to you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first impressions. That's all I've got to say. Take care. Peace out, guys. That's the Wavy Life.